Our beloved 8% HardAF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to HardAFSeltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go! God!
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, Bro. Yeah, welcome to the Week 5 College Football Prediction Show, brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Got some rakebacks here if you need those. I did okay last week. There was 2 games in particular, though, that unfortunately I put on some parlays and teasers and all that other fun stuff that did not come through for me, and it kind of wrecked my weekend there. The biggest game that I went the heaviest on was, that I told you guys, was Oklahoma. That came through by 0.5 points, and it was great. Nice little backdoor cover for me there, but the Illinois game, God damn it. We'll get into it here in a minute. You know the rules, kids. We'll go over last week's hits and misses and then pick this week's odds. Got some great games this week. Will be it's one of those games, probably the best game. Penn State, the whiteout game against Oregon. Please sign up for Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It is free. You can see all the bet slips there from MyBookie.com. Yes, we actually do gamble on this shit in real life. The other thing, too, is you can get the pin location for the tailgate for Penn State, and you'll see a HardAF flag flying high in the sky. That means you can stop there and drink as much as you want. Also giving away a ton of free merch, and we had 12 footballs left over from the bro box. Those are full size AFL balls, by the way. Those are NIL balls, the National Arena League football team there. So those are full size Drinkin' Bros balls. We'll be throwing those out in the crowd and raging all day with Ron Zimmich. Please come out and join us. And those tall boys have launched for Penn State. So we'll bring a few cases of those to the tailgate and see what happens to people. I'm nervous a little bit.
I'm not.
I am.
Fuck that.
It's not for me, for Christ's sake, it's everybody else. I don't think they're prepared for a tall boy at a tailgate before. We've never done it yet.
You just gotta hydrate. You know, like drink a beer in between.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
I hydrate all the time.
I don't know what that is.
It's liquid IV.
Just like drink a 4.5% beer between tall boys. You'll be fine. I think. I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah, I start with liquid IV, and then I'll toss in some
Not a
drinks here and there.
mathematician.
No, you never have been. Nobody accused you of being one. All right, we'll start with LSU. LSU was playing a D2 school here. They turned it up 56-10. Fine. Southeast Louisiana. Real test this weekend is going to be Ole Miss. And that's going to be a big boy matchup. Now, I think we have some breaking news on this, Bob. I think Ole Miss is going with a new starting quarterback. Can you confirm that?
You are half right. They are going with the guy who was not the starter at the beginning of the year, but has played the last 2 games because of an injury to Simmons. Chamblis is playing. He has been lighting it up, and they want to continue
Stick
to
with
roll.
him, huh? All right. That's a fucking ballsy move there.
And by the way, this guy, I forget where he transferred from. He was really, really good at that small school, though, and a couple of other mid-major G5 schools, including Temple, threw kind of a pretty big NIL bag at him for what they had available. And then he got the offer from Oxford from Ole Miss to be a backup and decided to roll with that instead.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then immediately becomes a starter after an injury and then wins the job.
That's wild. Good for him, but shit, that's a big boy game to just kind of slide into there. I thought for sure he'd go back to the bench. And then breaking news: Sister Jean, 106, is retiring over health concerns. That's not true. Okay, she's a drug addict. She's in rehab right now at 106 years old, and thoughts and prayers for her and her drug use. We have always known Sister Jean was doing massive amounts of cocaine.
Well, cocaine, and then somehow she's made it through the fentanyl.
Yep.
As well. She's immune.
She's alive. She's 106.
Some people say that might be why she's still alive.
And then also, Mike Gundy got fired. We talked about this, I think, 48 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it didn't happen at the end of the year. Why not just ride it out at this point? But yeah, Gundy is gone, and that is it. I thought for sure they would have let him finish out the season, but no. They were like, go ahead and grab your shit, bud. You're out of here. You're gone. And I don't know who the candidates are. I don't know who wants the Oklahoma State job, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's a fine job. It's a good job. They have more money than you would think. Gundy himself was who was bad with NIL, but I mean, T. Boone Pickens left him a nice little nest egg before he shuffled off the mortal coil.
He did, man. I mean, that guy gave more money to fucking schools than except for Phil Knight, I think. I mean,
he's up there, like
Jesus
really high
Christ.
up there. And honestly, this is just the same. Gundy was the victim of the same shit, like we talked about on Monday, that Dabo's the victim of, that Nick Saban saw and was like, I'm done with this shit. Gundy was the same way. So long.
He'd be a great fit for a sports show, I'll tell you that. He'd be really fun and funny, and I'm sure he'll have a career after that because his pressers were always entertaining, but he's out of there. All right, next one was a shocker to me. I teased this up. Felt pretty good about it, and they did not show up at all. Florida against Miami, so I lost this one. This was teased up to plus 16.5, and they still didn't cover this for me. I was fucking pissed. Florida fucking sucks, man.
Their offense is bad, or the offensive coaching is bad, but the offense as a unit is performing poorly. They were 0 for 13 on third down.
Jesus
You will
Christ.
win 0 games in your career when you were 0 for 13 on third down. Shockingly, they were 3 for 6 on fourth, which is pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, but on third down, they just couldn't get it done. The time of possession was 36.5 to 23.5. It's just they can't run the ball and they can't throw the ball. You got to do one.
It was 13-7 going into the fourth, man, and I mean it was a sloppy game, and anybody had a shot, and they just couldn't. They just didn't do anything here. Carson Beck looked terrible in this game.
Florida's
17 for
defense.
30.
Florida's defense is good.
Florida's
They're
defense
good,
is very good.
but-
Here's what happens every game. Every game, they just can't hold for 4 quarters with no help from the offense.
No, I get it. When you're off the field that much, and like Dan said, 0 for 13 on third downs, there's nothing you can fucking do. You're punting the ball every fucking down. As a punter, a great school to go to if you're looking to pad your stats down there in Florida. Transfer. Next up was Oregon State against Oregon. Oregon took care of business here, 41-7. Nothing to see here, nothing to do here. Didn't bet it. Florida State beat Penn State by 56. You want to see that out of your team, so good for them, dude. Florida State looks legit this year. Next up, Arch Manning got his swagger back. 18-21 against Sam Houston.
Stunted
300
all
yards.
over.
Yeah.
Was he taunting people? I saw him taunting people.
He ran for a touchdown and then got in some poor Sam Houston cornerback face. Like, was just like, yeah, motherfucker, what do you expect? Like, what's what I am? You know who I am?
Well, this is the first time that he was playing against the same high school talent at 2A in Louisiana down there. So
Felt at home.
It felt right at home. It was 18 for 21 in that one. Congratulations, Arch. But where's this Texas schedule get tricky for them?
I think it gets a little tricky in the swamp.
2
God
weeks.
help them if Florida even remotely figures something a little bit out on offense. Because I don't think they have bad players on offense necessarily.
Right.
It's mostly the coaching, which has been obviously debilitating.
You know what's weird about Florida? So last year I watched a lot of these games because I bet against them a lot, won a lot of money. Lagway was able to take over and do some shit that he's not doing this year, where there was a lot of plays, like let's take these third downs in this last game. There was a lot of plays where he could just run that out himself or figure it the fuck out. He's not doing that this year, and it's strange to me because I had more hope in Lagway in Florida.
Yeah.
And I think I'd more belief than a lot of people.
There's a couple quarterbacks doing that this year. Sellers for South Carolina, who I obviously got a close look at this weekend, is the same way. He's not really scrambling anymore. They're telling him not to scramble. They're like, they want him to be a pocket passer.
For the NFL,
I guess. I don't know.
because I'll put it this way. There was a very, very good podcast that Urban Meyer was on, and they were talking about the non-success of Ohio State quarterbacks during his reign and at Florida when he was there. And he said, look, my job is to win fucking college football games because I'm the goddamn college football coach. I'm not going to turn your quarterback into a pocket passer or whatever the fuck it is just for their NFL status. I'm trying to win a fucking football game here today.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, I mean, look at college basketball. Not that I think Calipari's a bad coach, because I don't, but having lottery picks on your team, it's going to get you decently far in the tournament every year, but it only won them one championship.
Right. So I'm surprised Lagway isn't just taking off and saying, fuck it, man. Calling an audible on some of this shit. But yeah, that's in 2 weeks, by the way, because Texas has a bye this week. They got at Florida. And they have the Oklahoma game right after that.
Well, the Oklahoma game probably without Oklahoma's starter.
They love that backup kid, though. Man.
I get it, but you know what? He's still not Mateer.
And it's still the biggest rivalry game there
Yeah.
is, and he's going to be starting more than likely for the first time.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
I think he'll play Kent. I think Oklahoma plays Kent State this week, so he'll have a start under his belt at least. But
Well, it's Penn State, though.
Right.
Let's be real.
he'll have some live reps.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up was this is where I fucking just wheels fell off for me here. Illinois, Indiana. I thought it was gonna be a close game. Within one score, I think I said on the show last week. This was 63-10, Indiana. I didn't get to watch it. So what happened in this? Did anybody?
They got shellacked.
Okay.
Is what happened. Indiana has got a pretty good offense. I mean, they bad teams, they usually light them up, right?
But Illinois was number 9. I was stunned by this.
Illinois is not a bad team. They were overranked for sure.
They're overranked,
For sure.
yeah. But I mean, Indiana usually handles teams that are not great.
But by 53?
Yeah, Indiana sacked them 7 times, 10 total tackles for loss, 4 pass deflections. Dominated them on that side of the ball. I mean, Illinois 1 for 10 on third down. Can't win that.
Okay. Yeah.
Illinois rushed for 2 yards on 20 attempts.
2 yards.
You're hearing me correctly.
Okay.
They rushed for 2 yards. Now, that includes minus 27 in sacks, but even if you take the sacks away, the tackles for loss on the quarterback away, they still only ran for 29 yards in the game.
God, dude, that's
It's
terrible.
It's really bad.
So this is the first time. This is the first weekend ever. I got 3 kids. Their games were at different times, so I coached all of them back to back to back to back. By the time I get home, it was like 10 o'clock at night because we got food afterwards. And I got back for the third quarter, and I looked at this, and I was like, wait a minute, am I seeing this right? Because this looks like it's fucking 50-10 right now, and yeah, dude, that's exactly what it was.
Look, I think 2 things about Indiana. This Indiana team is better than last year's Indiana team.
Okay.
1. And 2, Signetti is a dick, and that energy runs through his team.
Good.
They're fucking mean.
Good, man. Look, you want to see it out of a head coach. I can tell you this. I got some Indiana fans that were on my kids' teams and in the neighborhood gave them some HardAF Seltzer to watch this game, and they were fucking amped. So
how much you gave kids HardAF?
No, the adults. The adults.
I think you should have given it to the kids.
Hey, kids, you like Jolly Ranchers?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
You need a van, I think, for that.
Could you imagine? Part of me wants to do a taste test just with one child, just to be like, hey, Well, my own, obviously, but like, try
It
this
is
watermelon. It's identical.
Legal, literally, for you to give your child a sip of alcohol.
I know, but I don't want to.
Like, you can.
'cause
Yeah,
what if he likes it? And it's at the fucking house all the time.
Yeah, it's not great.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's legal to give him a sip of alcohol?
One
What do you-
sip, dude. If it's your own kid inside your own house.
Says who?
I think George Washington.
Yeah, no,
Isn't it
I
George
actually
Washington?
do not. But like, it's definitely illegal to get your kids drunk or whatever. But like, it's not illegal to like allow your child like a minor. Maybe there's an age cutoff underneath the alcohol limit, but like, it's not illegal for you to give your child like a glass of wine with Thanksgiving at dinner if they're like 15 or something like that.
Right.
But the other thing to keep in mind for this game, by the way, Indiana knows that they have two very, very difficult, perhaps impossible games, and that the rest of their schedule doesn't look that good outside of the Illinois being the third one. They needed to run up the score.
And they did.
This is a political score.
Because them scoring 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter when I got home, because I only watched the fourth, was unnecessary. They were up by 50. And you could tell they were running it up on purpose. And, yeah, I think they've got, Oregon and Penn State on their schedule?
On the road, both.
So they're going to probably lose those. If they're able to keep it close in one of those, though, they're in the playoffs, and people are going to bitch, dude.
I won't at this point. I'm
Really?
full apology on Indiana.
Okay.
I don't know necessarily that they'd be better than that they are a better team than maybe some SEC teams that'll go 9-3, but they're going to have a good enough resume with 10-2 and probably a lot of blowouts, almost certainly a lot of blowouts. I think they probably roll this week as well. It'll be a good enough resume. It'll be hard to argue with.
Okay.
I'm really curious to see them play Oregon specifically. Penn State at Penn State that's a no-go just because of the defense, but at Oregon, not to say that it's just a matchup thing. It's not necessarily because Penn State could be beat by Oregon this week. Who knows? But I'm really curious to see Indiana play Oregon specifically like in the regular season.
I am
because last year
it's at Oregon too, right?
Yeah. Last year, fucking Indiana was 11-1 going into the playoff, and the only team they had played that was any good was Ohio State. And keep in mind, it was 38-15. They lost that game 38-15. But keep in mind, Ohio State's entire offensive line was gone by that point. That Ohio State game probably should have been something more like 55-15, like for real. Yeah. And at that point, does Indiana still get in with the only one loss? Probably, even though it was because Ohio State was number 2 in the country. At the time,
there is not a single P4 team that if they go 11-1, you can reasonably keep them out of the playoff.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. This year they're going to lose 2 games this year. But I'm just curious how they perform against Oregon and Penn State, because if either one of those games are even close, there's no question they belong.
And those are the 2 loudest environments I think I've been in. Oregon by far. Like Oregon is number 1 on the bullet. So much so that I don't ever want to go back to that stadium. It was so loud, I didn't have hearing for 4 fucking days. So I have zero desire to go back to that stadium, but it's a massive advantage up there. And good luck playing in that stadium is all I'll say. That is a massive, massive advantage. Next up is Auburn at Oklahoma. Went heavy on this. This is the heaviest I went of the weekend. I put 750 on Oklahoma at -6.5. It came through because of a late safety. Thank you. But Mateer, did he break his hand? Did he
hurt his hand in the game and completed his last 11 passes.
So why is he out?
He needed a quick surgery. It was not going to be able to
thumb.
Yeah, something like that. He would not have been able to keep playing.
Okay.
I assume they gave him a shot or something, but I don't know that. But yeah, he
whatever they gave him, thank you, because you covered, and it meant a lot to me. And yeah. All right, next one. I promised not to do this. I said this in Drinkin Bro Sports on the group chat and everything else. Tulane at Ole Miss. I will never bet one of these fringe teams again. I'm sorry, Ole Miss. I disrespected you, your fans, and your team, and all that other shit. And this fringe bullshit, I just will not bet on again.
I mean, Tulane was an outside shot of being the fucking auto bid.
I teased this up 13 points, Dan, at 29.5, and I lost. I lost this fucking game. That's crazy to me. A 29.5 point spread? No. And I lost. Like, it was fucking awful. So sorry. Looking forward to, though, that Ole Miss LSU game, though. That should be fun this weekend. Next up was UAB Tennessee. Tennessee took care of business there. Took their foot off the gas at halftime. It was 42-7.
And guess who started slinging it for UAB in the second half and cost me a cover?
CP.
Old CP started slinging it.
Child porn. Kitna. Kidding, it was 38 for 51.
Yeah, how
in
was
this game.
he?
His dad went into the courtroom and got out of there with a little slap on the dong, and that's it. So
You got to wonder, like, I know that
he was supposed to be the starter of Florida, right?
he started at, Kenneth started at UAB last year.
I know, but originally
Florida
it was
originally,
yeah.
I know, but he was their starter. This is his second year at UAB.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
I guess in Tacoma, where is UAB?
Birmingham.
Alabama.
Yeah. So to go in, here's the thing: to go into Tennessee and throw for 364, 38 to 51 with his dog shit team, that's not bad.
No, I was gonna say like, there's no way I would play on a team with this guy. Like I would if my entire career rested on having to play with him, I would fucking walk off that field.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking pedophile. What the fuck are we doing?
They let him play, and he's out there.
Look, who doesn't like a comeback story, right?
If Harvey Weinstein got out of jail tomorrow, he'd be nominated for an Oscar next year.
P. Diddy's going to be out in like 3 weeks.
I don't know. I've had this
They're
conversation
going to
with my
sentence him to
wife.
time served, and he's going to be out.
I don't think so. The judge hates him, and he should have been out of jail already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. Like, the charges he got actually charged with are so low that it's like, dude, she should have gotten out already. Like, I don't.
For solicitation, he's not getting prison time for that on a first offense with
It's
no
New
criminal
York.
record. Doesn't
Just
matter.
Remember, it's New York.
Doesn't matter.
Anything is possible.
Also, Mom Donnie's about to legalize prostitution. It's fine.
Sure is.
Yeah, he's going to be the first prostitute, I think.
Might. Next up, all right, we bet the house on this. Texas Tech over Utah. They fucking destroyed them here, and man, this was not fucking close in the fourth quarter. There, 24 points out of Texas Tech. Jesus Christ, they pulled away in massive, massive fashion there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And
Texas Tech also, despite winning this game by 24 points, they had 14 penalties for 122 yards, and they still won by 24 points. So I'm pretty confident in saying that Texas Tech is going to win the Big 12 at this point.
Same here.
Anything can happen. Injuries happen,
Yep.
whatever. But the fact that you can play that sloppy of a game and still put a fucking beat down on the other number one team in your conference right now, which I think that's the case, right? It was Utah and Texas Tech.
Utah is a hard
100%.
place to play,
Yeah.
too, man.
Which is probably explains a lot of those penalties because it's loud as shit in there, too.
Loud as shit.
Yes, they got a lot of false starts.
Yes. And, like, dude, this Texas Tech, I'm with you. I think they win the Big 12.
It is worth noting. I think their starting quarterback got hurt, so their backup was in for a hefty portion of the game.
Who Tech's? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they, again, still
Yeah.
won the game.
So rolled. Next up was Temple, Georgia Tech. I told you not to bet this game because all Georgia Tech has to really do is kind of take care of business. That's what they did. And once they got up big, they kind of took their foot off the gas here, and they didn't cover. It was a 26.5 spread. They won by 22 or 23 in this game. And it's Temple. Georgia Tech did what they needed to do. I don't think there's anything to really fucking chat about in this game, to be honest with you. That's exactly what we said last week. Georgia State against Vandy. Vandy put up 70 in this game. Jesus Christ, man. Pavia. I know Georgia State sucks, but still, 70? There was no reason for that, bro. Next up, fuck. I lost this game. Spread was 2. Lost by 1 point here. Michigan, Nebraska. Again, I did not get a chance to watch this game. Please tell me what happened in this.
It's gross.
Was it?
Stupid game. Yeah.
It was 30 to 27.
Yeah,
I mean,
it just wasn't that exciting, even still. But Nebraska still.
should they have won? Who? Like,
No,
what?
I don't
Okay.
think so. I think Michigan was the better team. Obviously, Nebraska's home field advantage, so that helps a little bit.
I heard it's loud there, and I heard
Yeah.
they have like
It's a good-
90,000
it's still
people.
Technically a good home field advantage, I guess. But Nebraska is just still not ready for prime time.
Why not? Like, I just don't get it.
Because there's only so many 300-pound dudes who can block other 300-pound dudes, and Michigan had 7 sacks in this game.
But I mean, Nebraska is all those corn-fed motherfuckers. Like, you would figure.
Here's the
could
thing.
they go other places that can afford to pay them?
Here's
Yeah.
here's the thing to that too. Like one thing that still matters a little bit in recruiting and transfer recruiting, even in the NIL era, is will I get to play potentially in the region in which I live? My family can come see. It's easier for them to travel and stuff like that. Nebraska, by joining the Big Ten, this is the same problem a lot of Big Ten teams have, with the exception of the very blue blood ones that it just doesn't matter. No, they don't care. They'll go there anyway. is Nebraska, by leaving the Big 12 / Old Big 8 and going to the Big 10, has completely cut themselves off from Texas and Oklahoma and any recruits that come out of there.
Interesting. Yeah, you're right.
So now what happens is Nebraska and Purdue and Iowa, they recruit players, let them play there a year, and then they go to Ohio State.
Yep.
That's where Ohio State's fucking tight end came from.
Which is nice. I love a nice farm system for Ohio State and a nice little minor league. So thank you, Nebraska. And appreciate it.
But now it's going to open up to Ohio State and Oregon, and probably at some point, like Penn State doesn't do it that much, but probably Washington at some point as well. They usually move in the transfer.
Penn State's got the best NIL program I've ever
witnessed
in my entire
life.
life.
But like they don't do that much in the transfer yet. Maybe they ramp that up in the coming years.
By the way, the top 10 top 10 teams in transfer recruiting from this past year.
Oh, do they have that list?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
All of them are undefeated right now.
Do you have it? I would be really curious because I spend so much time on the fucking phone with all these guys. Shit, you know who I talked to yesterday?
Texas University of
Longhorns. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a nice looking can.
I've got a lunch with them next week, man. And
that would be that burnt orange would look nice on a can, and you guys would have something to drink every year when your team lets you down.
Yes, that way it's 8% in the stadium, so that way you can feel better about your life. So they have a beer, and they sent me the beer, so I'll have it probably tomorrow night. To be
Beers are not competitors for us.
No, not at all. But they want a seltzer too. So
I'm sorry. The top 7 teams are all undefeated in the transfer.
Who do we got here?
LSU.
Okay.
Texas Tech.
So let's go slow here because LSU is LSU.
Yes.
You don't need to add anything else. Texas Tech was out there spending money to get these transfers.
Yes.
And it shows.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're fucking undefeated.
Same thing with Miami. They've been spending a lot of money lately. They gave.
I'm surprised Miami isn't number one.
They gave Beck what, $4 million. Well, this is just the total amount of recruits, not necessarily the amount.
Yeah.
Of
So
money.
some teams are also going to have a bigger advantage. Like Tech and LSU had more people. They had 21 commits. Ole Miss had 30 transfer commits. Oof. So that'll help. The numbers will help boost you a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But regardless,
depth. Yeah.
That means these teams plugged holes, added depth. So you got Tech, who it's a big transfer class. Miami, Ole Miss, Oregon did a good job plugging the transfer portal, and then Florida State and Missouri are the other.
Ole Miss is a shocker to me. I didn't know they had that much money. Oregon, I would have put Oregon higher.
Well, this is just about transfers, not necessarily about money. I bet LSU didn't spend as much money as Texas Tech did on the transfers, at least.
Almost certainly not.
Because you don't have to.
They just wanted to go there,
right? Yeah. You don't have to spend as much. But Ole Miss probably spent a fuck ton of money to get these guys.
Is that Missouri at 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm shocked by that.
Missouri's got some dudes that are spending money.
Missouri is not a impoverished school. There's plenty of rich alums from the University of Missouri.
But the big splashy NIL guys have been coming out of Miami where it's like Cam Ward, $10 million. Michigan, is Michigan not on this list? They paid Bryce Young $10 million or Bryce
This is just about the total amount of transfers.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
And their quality. And their quality.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So Oregon's really
Florida
high.
State's on that list too, man.
Oregon's really high, even though they only have 11 commits because they had a 5-star transfer, right? Most of these guys are propped up with 4 stars.
Yeah.
But like Missouri, for example, dude, like you can't think of the transfer portal in stars alone, even though that's how these rankings work. Like right now, who knows how the season will play out? Right now, Missouri's starting running back was a transfer from Louisiana Monroe.
Starting quarterback.
He's fucking killing it, by the way.
True sophomore.
Yeah.
Has 600 yards rushing.
He's murdering it.
468 of which are after contact.
If you put Missouri against Texas next weekend, Missouri beats them.
all day. All day.
And Texas got fucking money to spend too, man.
Their starting quarterback, Bo Pribula, is from fucking Penn State.
Yeah.
And he's got 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns so far on the season. Yeah. Bitch. Damn it.
What's he doing?
He's also got
150
fucking yards rushing and 3 touchdowns as well.
Damn, dude.
He mostly ran at Penn State, actually. That was his primary thing.
Because they only brought him in for run plays.
He had 10 touchdowns rushing in the last 2 seasons.
You and I saw him, and dude, he was able to convert a couple 3rd and 4th downs against Ohio State. And I was like, I fucking love this.
I guess Penn State thought it was a blip, or they just wanted to stick with Aller because he had a 74% completion percentage last year in limited time, and he's duplicating that this year so far in Missouri.
I think Franklin is a loyal guy, and he stuck with Aller and said, hey, I don't want to push him out because let's face it,
cuts
Texas,
both ways. It cuts both ways.
It does. So that's a tough call. And I really don't blame Franklin for going with Lar.
Absolutely not.
And I don't blame that other kid for transferring and wanting to start.
No,
so
it's fine.
that's a tough one.
But they, like, to Bob's point, Missouri's top 2 offensive weapons are both first-year transfers.
Top 3.
Yep.
Our best receiver
Yeah.
is Kevin Coleman, who's in Mississippi State transfer.
Yeah. So shit, dude.
Just the way it is.
It is. Michigan 3-1. I think Sharon Moore's suspension is over. What do they have the rest of the year for Michigan besides Ohio State at the end of the year? They got Wisconsin. That's probably a win.
Nobody. At USC?
At USC is tough. That's going to be a tough one.
I don't think so.
Washington, Michigan State, Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland.
I think
Michigan's got a good shot at going
Yeah.
fucking one loss heading into the Ohio State game. So.
USC, Washington, and Ohio State. Wait, no, USC and Washington are coin flips with Michigan. Ohio State's an L. But you never know.
Hey, Bob, I said that last year. Spread was 22 in that game, and we lost. So who knows? Speaking of spreads, this is brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000 every single spread we read on this show today is from MyBookie.com. All the bets that I make on all of these games, you can find those bet slips from MyBookie.com. And Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook is a private group. Just don't be a dick. That's it. We'll post all the spreads in there. And, man, here's why a lot of sports hosts don't post their bets. When you lose bad, people fucking come after you, and rightfully so. The hatred I got for that fucking Illinois pick last week was deserved. I get it, and we're fine. But that's why no other host really fucking does it, because they don't want to take that fucking smoke or heat. There's a friend of ours who stopped doing it for that reason. She was getting so much fucking hatred that it was like, whatever. I'll take an L here and there. I'm fine with it, because luckily I don't lose that much. But yeah. Whew, when you post those up there, man, they come after you, make fun of you for fucking ever, dude. That Illinois 53-point loss got me last week. I got some rakebacks from my bookie last week. I've been with them since day one, and I will continue to do so over there. Go to mybookie.com, load up. You bet on everything right now. Across the board, including this Penn State Oregon game, which Dan and I will be at. Speaking of that, HardAF Seltzer will be out in full force at that tailgate. The tall boys will be there. Everything is free. Come and join us. We love to just fucking hang and party with you guys. If you have not hung out with us in real life and gone to these tailgates and all this other shit, man, it's a fucking blast. We get a bunch of footballs to give out. I've already put the pin in the flag. Find the HardAF Seltzer flag. They'll be flying next to the stadium there. Ron Zimmich is the Drinkin' Bro who is hosting that tailgate. We'll be with him all day long. Tall boys will be there for Penn State. 12-ounce cans of Penn State will be there, and all the variety packs to get to try all the new flavors across the board. It's going to be a fucking rager. If you're looking, a lot of people said, hey, man, can I do anything? Can I bring anything? Yeah. Stop by Giants grocery store there. We just signed a deal with Giants as a test deal there. They're in the entire state of Pennsylvania. However, the 3 Giants are on campus at Penn State. So they're in State College. Buy out those Giant stores. We're good to go. And just bring a 12-pack with you to the tailgate, because we always run out. Ron and his daughters and those fucking kids, man, raged last time. I think they destroyed, 20 cases in like a fucking hour or something?
I don't know. They were mostly gone before we even got there. I think there were like 2 cases of booze left by the time we got there.
So pick up a 12-pack from Giant and then bring it out. Or RW Hickey's over there and buy those guys out and show up. We can't wait to see you. If you're looking for tickets are expensive, man. I'm not going to lie to you on that one. DrinkinBrosTickets.com's got all the tickets. There's a ton of cheap NFL games. We just finished the NFL show earlier. God damn, dude. That Arizona game you get for $40. The Dolphins game is going for about $40 too. Like, dude, if you want to get out, take your family out, man. Enjoy the outdoors. Just get out, man. Meet people. Have fun. I don't really care what it is. The NFL tickets are cheap. Typically, they're $175. They're not. You can get them on DrinkinBrosTickets.com right now. You can get anything on there. Motocross, fucking comedians, concerts, monster truck, you name it. $10 cheaper than StubHub. And have fun. Come and join us. But the Penn State tickets will be expensive. I can promise you that. And then speaking of HardAF Seltzer, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You guys have asked for it forever. I've only been up there a few times, even in Ohio. It's beautiful. But everybody's like, man, I don't want to drive all the way down to Ann Arbor, around those areas. We're in Marquette. At all the Christ, Krist food marts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up there in Marquette and Manistee, Michigan. and Harvey, Michigan. And please go and buy those guys out so that way it'll keep the UP stocked up there. It's a drive for the drivers. So they're doing these test stores, making sure there's people up there drinking. Let's face it, if you live up there, you got nothing to do but either join a militia and drink. So buy the HardAF seltzers out of those Christ, Krist food marts.
Yeah, and then you can join a militia.
Yeah, after that.
Right? Like
Fine.
there's no, you can do both things. Just do the other one first, honestly.
Yeah.
So you're well hydrated.
Exactly. But this is a great slate this week. There's a lot of fun games on here, including Friday night. You had a doubleheader on Friday night, which is rare. Friday night is Florida State at Virginia. I can't figure this spread out for the life of me. This is Florida State minus 6.5. Is there a reason why I shouldn't bet my mortgage on fucking Florida State here? I don't get it. I know Virginia's 3-1, but who the fuck have they played?
It's mostly just that they have a decent, like a pretty good offense. They
High
dump in a
power,
lot
yeah.
of points, but don't overthink it.
I'm not.
Now this is a Florida.
Florida State looks good.
Florida State minus 6.5, and then an over 60.5 because Florida State's going to drop 50 probably, and Virginia's going to drop 25. I think.
But why is that spread then at minus 6.5?
But I don't know.
Florida State?
I don't know. I think they're underestimating Florida State's ability to go in and control this game. But I think Virginia's going to score. They're high powered. They're going to score some points. But Florida State's going to score a lot more.
Tickets are $30 fucking though. Like
Yeah, I mean. It's Charlottesville, Virginia. They're mostly fucking running around with tiki torches up there.
Yeah, where's the nearest Home Depot by there to get some of those tiki torches for the game? But I'm all over Florida State. I'm betting a fuck ton on this game. This is like a $500 game for me. But a fuck ton for me. Let's relax.
I will say this.
I'm not Conor McGregor betting on shit or Drake.
The one scary thing about this game, I think, is do they have a bye between now and the Miami game? Because the Miami game is their game after this.
No, they don't.
No,
They don't.
No, it's the following
It's
week.
the following week.
Yep. So that would be the one scary thing. And
Well, you think they're overlooking Virginia?
game, but I don't think they will.
By a touchdown, though?
I think we're good.
I do too. I'm betting. I'm all in on this. Next up is TCU at Arizona State. This is Arizona State minus 3.5. Arizona State is at home on a Friday night against TCU. Who you got in this one, D'Anthony?
No one.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not. This game I'm not touching.
I am very curious to see how this game ends.
I want to watch it.
Because my instinct is that Arizona State's going to win the game and bounce back into the top 25, but I just don't know. I don't think TCU is that good.
I don't either.
They can score fucking points. Their quarterback is good.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
don't either. Look, I don't bet on this, but I watch it because I think it's going to be a good game, and I want to see if Arizona State can get back into the top 25.
Yeah.
However, all of my money Friday night is going on Florida State, so I'm already doing that as soon as this show is over. Next up, Georgia Tech at Wake Forest. This is Georgia Tech minus 14.5. Who you got?
Yeah, I just don't think I can go with Georgia Tech in a big spread again.
Here's why I can't: is they don't have to blow anybody out the rest of the year, and they're in the playoffs. So why work on things? Like I see Ohio State and these teams working on shit during games, like it's a fucking scrimmage essentially. So like if I'm Georgia Tech, I don't know what's your big motivation for blowing teams out? Because look at the rest of their schedule.
Well,
they got Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Duke, Syracuse, NC State, Boston College, Pitt, and then Georgia is their one hard game of the year.
But it's inconsequential.
Right.
To an extent.
To some extent. I mean,
Here's my motivation for Georgia Tech blowing people out. By the way, I like the over in this game. I don't have a read on the line.
50. What is it? 51.5? Yeah. I'll
50.5, I think. Wake Forest has been scoring points. Georgia Tech no longer has a good win.
Who was their best win?
Clemson.
Yeah.
So Georgia Tech is a little bit of in an Indiana boat. Look at it this way: end of the year, Georgia Tech. Let's say even though they probably will, let's say they somehow don't make the championship game, or they're a 2-loss team, and now you got.
Are they in with a loss to Georgia and then a conference championship?
They should be in on that.
a conference title appearance and a close game against Georgia, and they're in.
By the way, they should have beaten Georgia last year. You guys remember that game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was like 5 overtimes.
Yeah.
They should have won. I think Haynes King was out too. I think it was their backup quarterback. So yeah, to Dan's point, with a big spread on this, I just don't trust it because you don't need it right now. Later in the year, sure, but not right now. And then this next game, USC at Illinois. USC minus 6.5. Only thing I'll say to this is a 9 a.m. game for USC. So it's going to be weird.
Still, though, over 60.5.
60.5?
That's the only thing I'm betting on this game for sure.
I hate to do it because I'm going against HardAF here, but give me USC minus 6.5. I don't know how you come back mentally the week after a 53-point loss and then go up against a decent USC team. I think mentally you're going to have to overcome some problems there. I mean, that was a fucking embarrassment on nighttime TV, and I just don't think they're going to win. Give me USC minus 6.5 in this one, which will really ramp up that Notre Dame USC game, by the way, if that ends up happening. Notre Dame's up next. This is why I mention it. Notre Dame, still 22 in the nation somehow at 1-2, and they play at Arkansas. The spread is 4.5.
That's the correct
for
spread.
Notre Dame.
That's the correct spread. It'll be it's going to be a one-score game. Arkansas went at Ole Miss and lost by 6, and Ole Miss is better than Notre Dame. That's not a question. I'm saying that Ole Miss is better than Notre Dame, and Ole Miss lost to them by 6 points. Now they stumbled against Memphis this week, probably hangover, right, from playing Ole Miss so well. But yeah, 4.5 is right where it should be, which makes it very difficult to bet on this. I don't know what to do just yet. I know that a lot of points are going to be scored in this game, but 64.5 is. You don't see Notre Dame over unders. It's in the 60s ever because they all like one thing.
Usually have a good defense.
Yeah, usually one thing they always do is play defense really well.
Usually.
That has not been the case this year.
It has not.
You can't give up 30 points to fucking Purdue. They've given up 27, 41, and 30 so far this year, which is way out of character for Notre Dame. The defense usually is a strength. Again, it's not a strength right now.
Where are you going with this?
I think Notre Dame pulls it out, to be honest.
I think I'm going to take Arkansas plus the points.
I mean, I might tease this one.
I will tease this. This will be in all my teaser cards and all that shit.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'll bet it straight up. I think it's right where it needs to be.
I think this could be an upset or a Notre Dame field goal victory here. And I'm going to take Arkansas plus the points. Give me those 4.5, and I'll take Arkansas. I don't really believe in Notre Dame this year. There's some controversy over who they want to start at quarterback there. There's also controversy of the head coach, Freeman, a lot of fans want him to be the DC, and the play caller for this team. He said no, and he's going to stick with his DC because the defense has been so terrible. So give me Arkansas. There's some turmoil at Notre Dame right now. Give me Arkansas plus the points. Next up, Vandy against Utah State. Vandy by 21.5. Who you got in this one?
If you had asked me earlier in the season, I might have a different answer to this. Utah State scores.
They do.
Just to be clear. But Vandy's been scoring 70.
Yep. This is a weird one for me because I still can't wrap my mind around Vandy by 3 scores in anything. That is just it's too new for me.
Yeah.
And this over under 60.5.
They beat South Carolina by 24 points. If I had to guess, South Carolina's probably better than Utah State. But there's no transitive property in sports, right? It's about matchups. Vandy scores a lot of points. You know what I mean? And probably going to score 40 if I had to guess. Utah State's probably around 20. So that's too many points.
I'm not touching this.
Yeah, again, it's like right there.
It's
even the over under at 60.5 is right there. I think that's exactly where that game's going to land, and then you're just flipping a coin at that point. I'm going to see what else is going on down the line.
Look, there's a lot of great games to bet on.
Like this next one.
Yes.
Ohio State at Washington. I don't give a fuck if Washington was in outer space and it was a home game for them. 8.5 points is fucking embarrassing.
Why is this 8.5?
I have no idea, but Ohio State minus 8.5.
Yes, all day long. I don't really get it. I know Washington's a tough place to play, but tickets are only $100, so fans aren't that juiced off, for Christ's sakes.
Washington's they've had a good offensive performance against Colorado State, UC Davis, and Washington State, none of whom are actual football teams.
No, and
right?
Ohio State's probably has the second best defense in the nation.
They're top 5 no matter what. So yeah, this is the over under is 51.5, and it's 8.5 spread. Yeah, I think Ohio State 40-10, maybe
Yes.
something like that. 40-13.
All over this, and this will be in all the teasers, everything all the way around. And yeah, this is a fucking shocker to me. Jeremiah Smith, by the way, 20 receptions, 315 on the year, and 3 touchdowns. Jesus Christ. I bet him for Heisman. That'd be great. Next up is LSU at Ole Miss. This is at Ole Miss. Both these games will be on at the tailgates. Ron, if you don't have YouTube TV, I'll sign in for you, okay? We're watching both these games side by side, Ohio State and LSU Ole Miss. This is Ole Miss minus 1.5. This is a tough one for me, man. I've been struggling with this. I was up late last night thinking about this because I don't know. I thought LSU was going to be more of a offensive powerhouse this year. I picked Nussmeier to win the Heisman preseason. Doesn't look like that bet's going to pan out here. Who you got? Ole Miss is going to stick with this kid.
Yeah, again, Ole Miss is another team. I'm sorry, excuse me. LSU is another team that doesn't have a good win now, in my opinion, because they beat Clemson 17-10.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Florida 20-10. Neither of those games is particularly impressive to me.
No.
You know, Florida's offense is really bad. It's really bad. So holding them to 10 is not a big deal. Getting held to 10 by them makes some sense because they have a good defense, but you couldn't break through with how bad their fucking offense is. You got to be able to break through and score. I don't think LSU can score. Ole Miss minus 1.5.
I think I'm going to take Ole Miss as well, man. And I look at the stats you're reading off from last game. Fucking Florida was 0 for 13 on third down.
Yeah, dude.
And they didn't blow them out.
Yeah, I mean,
should have won 40 points in that. Like, that's crazy to me.
Like, if the opponent is 0 for 13 on third downs, that means you get at least 5 or 6 additional possessions that you otherwise wouldn't have. You got to score at least 2 of those.
Yep.
Right? What the fuck?
And Bob, you and I have been to Ole Miss games
because they went 3
Ole Miss.
They went 3 for 6 on fourth. So you get 5 or 6 additional possessions in a fucking football game. That's crazy.
Yeah, then these Ole Miss fans will be fucking showing out, dude.
This is a rivalry game.
It is. I think it's a 1-score game, by the way, and I think it comes down to a last possession. Give me Ole Miss on the last possession. Who do you have, Bob? Because you know this rivalry too.
Man, this is really, really tough.
I know.
It's a coin,
this
was
the biggest game that I struggled with last night. That and Penn State. I really struggled with those 2 picks.
For one thing, I like the over. Ole Miss's defense is not that good. I think this is going to be Nussmeier's best game. I do think LSU is going to score. I'm going to go LSU with the upset, actually. Woo! I trust Blake Baker's defense to get a stop when they need to. They're not going to, stop Ole Miss, but they'll get a stop when they need to. I think LSU wins this game by, a field goal. I think Ole Miss might have the ball driving to win the game.
I do too. I really believe it. I really believe this is a last possession game. Whoever has the ball in the last possession is going to win. But I'm going to go with Ole Miss. Next up, you get Auburn at Texas A&M. This is minus 6.5. This is a great matchup too. Who you got in this one?
I think A&M's for real.
I did too.
So I'll go A&M minus 6.5.
Yep.
I do think Auburn's probably going to sneak up and spoil somebody at some point. I just don't think it's this week.
Could be Alabama.
Could be, yeah.
And that Iron Bowl is always weird.
It's a little bit more of a rivalry game. This is more like, keep in mind, they lost at Oklahoma. They got to go at A&M. They got Georgia next week. They got fucking Missouri the week after that. It's a fucking brutal stretch for Auburn. I expect them to win one of these games. I don't know which one.
Right.
We'll see. But I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Missouri, to be honest. But we'll see. I don't think it'll be A&M.
I got A&M in this one minus 6.5.
I also think they might it depends. We'll see. Alabama's got such a fucking brutal schedule. That game at the end of the season is probably going to be meaningless unless they really pull it out.
Right.
So who knows?
Right. Auburn's not that good.
They're not.
Their best win is
By the
Baylor.
way, and here's the thing. I saw them live in person. I told you guys this last week, which is why I went all in on Oklahoma State. I was shocked that this was a 5-point game. That last second safety was what pushed it over for me.
Oklahoma State will not be on the show this year. Unless they
No.
play,
I'm sorry. Did I say Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oklahoma.
Unless they play Oklahoma, which they
So
will.
they don't.
I was shocked because I did not like Auburn in person, and then that game was surprising to me. So
Oklahoma or A&M has about as good of a defense as Oklahoma. I think not as good, but close. Jackson Arnold was sacked 10 times last week. Dude, A&M's gonna roll Auburn.
I think so too. But so who would you take A&M versus Oklahoma then?
Oh boy, that's
now
tough.
you get a common opponent, and we'll see how it shakes out this week. But
right now, I would lean A&M over Oklahoma because Oklahoma has a really bad running game. It's a very one-dimensional offense, even when Mateer's on the field. So I would lean A&M. I don't remember where that game is being played, but I think A&M rolls Auburn.
Okay. This one though, give me an A&M minus 6.5. Next up, you get Indiana at Iowa minus 7.5. A lot of people are hitting me up asking me why this spread is so low, especially after Indiana won by 53 points last week. Iowa is it's a weird place to play.
Not
First
only
of all, it
that,
doesn't exist.
but this is a weird team to play as well. Even on the road this year, it's been weird. So this is going to be a lower scoring game than you're used to from Indiana.
Give me, I'll knock this down a half a point. Give me Indiana in this one. I think they win. I think it's a weird game for them because it always is out there in Iowa. But I think Indiana ends up being coming out on top. Shit, they're at 11 this week. Wow.
That's where they finished last year.
I know.
7.5 is too much for me, though.
It is. I'm going to knock it down a half in case, it's a
Even
push.
7 is too much.
Really?
Iowa's weird, man.
It is weird.
I don't believe in it.
It is. I'll take it, though. Next up is Tennessee at Mississippi State. This is Tennessee minus 7.5. To me, this game proves if Mississippi State is real. They're 4-0 right now. And everybody's chirping that's, they're 4-0. Notre Dame is 1-2. Why are they ranked? Why are we not? I hear you. I understand it. But now you're going against a very high-powered offense here. And Tennessee has a lot to play for, in my opinion. This half point sucks dick for me. So I'll knock it down a half, but give me Tennessee minus 7.
I'll take Tennessee minus 7.5. I'm not going to fuck with it.
Okay.
I think they win this by 10 to 14 probably. No offense, Mississippi State fans, but Aguilar is very good.
Yep.
And they're clicking. Tennessee also needs quality SEC wins.
This is one of them. Right now at 4-0. So
I mean, maybe. Mississippi State beat Arizona State, and they've been cruising on that. They're playing FCS schools other than that, but getting Arizona State's good. That's good. That's a good win
for sure
for them. I mean, it's like a good bottom of the 25 or 26 to 35 ranked win, but I think Tennessee will handle this.
I did too. So give me Tennessee in this.
Also, Hypo likes to fucking hammer teams that don't play great defense. He just loves running the score up like this. Aguilar might have 5 touchdowns in this game.
I think the over's in play, even at 63.5. Tennessee's defense has been kind of whatever this year. Again, UAB was able to score a little bit.
Yeah.
And
some of those came late, but still, that's too many fucking points.
And Georgia, after that first quarter, really started moving the ball on them. I think, and Mississippi State, I watched that Arizona State game. They got shut down in the second half, but really good in the first half. I think they'll score enough points between that and Tennessee's that the over should be good.
Tennessee's going to score in the 40s.
I guarantee you that DC for Tennessee got in those fucking kids' asses about that 24.
Yeah.
So they're going to play better defense this week. Give me Tennessee. Next up, you got Arizona at Iowa State. Iowa State minus 6.5. I do not fuck with this team, dude.
No.
I will never, ever bet on Iowa State or against them or for them ever again in my entire life. Fuck.
It's like betting on whether or not Gary will be alive tomorrow. I hope he's alive. I want to see him, but I can't make any guarantees.
Me neither, dude. Every time I've bet for or against this team, it goes the other way. And I can't fucking do it anymore with this team, man. They're 4-0 and they're 14, but Jesus Christ, every game has been like, I don't know, fucking 3 points. Kansas State was the opener. Boom, 3 points. Iowa. 3 points. Arkansas State, for Christ's sakes, they played last week. That was 8. Arkansas State, is that even a fucking D1 school?
I think they are D1, yeah.
They're Fun Belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is a really great teaser candidate because Arizona might be 3-0, but they actually suck.
Yeah,
so,
cross that 0.
No, not even. It'd be a half point. So it's just Iowa State to win.
Or
if it's a 7, it's
yeah.
Sure, if you did 6.
Or, I mean, look, you can do 6 on my bookie. And if, by the way, if it's 6 or 7 on that, a pick 'em versus a half a points, you've got to win anyways. There is no ties in football. So, yeah. Save some more money and go with 6.
6 is the standard, and then you can up it to like 7 or 13 or whatever.
10 and
10,
so, I think 10 is on 3
4
teams.
more?
13 is on 4.
Yeah, but I mean, the standard teaser is 6 points, so just take it to win.
I
do think Iowa State wins this game, but they are weird.
If you want, I'm not doing it. You can't.
I put them in one of mine.
You can't do it for me. You can't make me do this. All right, this is the other game I struggled with last night. Very, very bad. And I'm having a hard time because of the spread. Obviously, it's the game we're going to. It is Oregon at Penn State. It is the whiteout game. Every fucking buddy and their mother is coming to this game, and I'm amped. Shit, dude, this is going to be awesome. The atmosphere is going to be awesome. I'm excited, but also, neither of these teams really played anybody. So this is the first test here that we're actually going to get. I have not seen Oregon in person. You and I went to the spring game for Penn State. We know what Penn State is, and that's fine. But we also know what Franklin is in big games. And what is he, fucking 1-10 against top 5 teams, or 0-10 or something like this? I know Oregon at 6, but shit, man. The half a point is fucking with me. And I think Penn State wins by a field goal, but because of the half a point, I think I'm going to take Oregon with the points.
Franklin is 4-20 against top 10 teams.
Holy shit.
1-15 against top 5.
Oh my God, 1-15?
Yep.
Who is the one?
Probably Ohio State that year. They got kept out of the CFP, if I had to guess.
Oh, on the block punt. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they won on a block punt at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was during that fucking 40-mile-an-hour
What was
wind,
that, like
weird
2016
game.
or
It
something
was.
like that?
Was Franklin there? Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
And they got kept out.
That was his first year, yeah.
They won the Big Ten.
Yep.
But they were a 2-loss team, so they got kept out of the CFP.
And it was on a blocked punt return for a touchdown at the end of the game to win it. So, yeah, that could have easily been 0-16. Shit.
Yeah.
I was watching that game. 40-mile-an-hour winds. So you couldn't kick field goals. You couldn't do anything in that game. It was a weird one. But with this, give me Oregon plus the points. Who are you taking, Dan?
I'm not betting against my own team, so I'm going to Penn State minus 3.5, and I'm going to take the under at 51.5.
Okay, what do you genuinely think happens in this one?
I think it's going to be a fucking battle. Penn State's defense is really good. They got to be able to run the ball. Allen's been good so far this year running the ball. They've got to be able to get first downs. That's what if I'm Penn State right now, that's all I'm really thinking about is how am I converting on third down? How am I getting first downs and keeping Oregon off the field? Oregon's defense historically been pretty good. This year they've been okay, I guess. I mean, certainly they got dudes and stuff, but they haven't really played anyone that has any kind of offensive talent yet. And they don't look. So they played Montana State. They played Northwestern. Oklahoma State they lit up crazy, 69-3. But even Oregon State at home in Oregon, and I know that's kind of a rivalry thing, but they only scored 41 against them. So it's not Dylan Gabriel's Oregon Ducks, in my opinion. So I think the score is going to be a little bit lower. So I think Penn State will win.
Okay. I think Penn State will win too, but the half a point is where I'm going there. I think it's a field goal game. And I think Oregon might have a chance to win at the end, and I think Penn State's defense will shut them down. But because of that half a point, that's where I'm going with this. And, I think it's very, very close, and I have no idea. Because who has Penn State played this year?
No one.
No one. Neither is Oregon. So
now Penn State's played Nevada, FIU, and Villanova.
And the one advantage that Oregon has is it is the only other stadium that is louder than Penn State's. So they're used to playing in that fucking noise. That's gonna be a hell of a game, man. I'm amped to be. I'm blessed. Hashtag blessed just to be in that fucking stadium. So let's go. Next up, Alabama at Georgia. How do you put these games on against each other at night? Man, that's fucking wild to me. This is Georgia minus 3.5. Who you got, D'Anthony?
I've got a feeling I'm going to take Bama plus 3.5 on that.
All right. Do you think it's a close game, like I just said with Oregon Penn State? Is this a field goal game?
Yeah, Georgia's been doing that a lot lately. Yeah. Or not lately. They did it last week against Tennessee. Tennessee and Alabama are very comparable teams, although Alabama's got a better defense. Now this is a home. This is in Athens, so it's not in Knoxville or Tuscaloosa or whatever. It's a home game for Georgia. That matters. But yeah, I think it's going to be close. I think it's a last possession game. Alabama's offense is very good. Their defense is better. than Tennessee's for sure. I think this is a close one.
Okay. I'm going to take this down a half a point and take Georgia in case I push. Saban isn't there. These two games I really struggled with, and last night. Saban is not there anymore. Kirby Smart is, and I think Kirby Smart is a better coach than DeBoer, however the fuck you pronounce his last name. And yeah, man, he's been waiting to fucking beat the shit out of this team once Saban left, and I got Georgia in this one at home. It's a tough place to play. It's a really fucking tough place to play, especially at night.
By the way, I'd take a peek at the over.
The over's 52.5.
I think the over's going to hit.
And by the way, I don't think the SEC has any good defenses, so I think you're right, Bob. I would take a peek at that over as well at 52.5. And it's shit, if you're looking to tease both of those, hell yeah. I agree. Because this is going to be a high-scoring game, I think. This is 35-28, somewhere in there is what I got this at right now, inside my mind.
Yeah, I think they're both going to score. Even though I do think Georgia's defense is good, I think Alabama's offense is good enough that they'll put up. Last year was 41-34.
Yeah.
I think this is going to hit the over.
Okay, because that Tennessee game, dude, was 44-41, and that was Bama. So
that went to OT, but yeah, OT added 10 points.
It did.
But,
so that still would have covered, and
yeah.
I'm all right with that. So I'm taking that over, and I'm going to take Georgia, and that'll be in all the teasers. Next up is UMass. Against Missouri. This is Missouri minus 43.5. Obviously, what are we going? Money line UMass on this one? Or
Yeah.
You have to.
UMass didn't they get demoted?
I think they
or was
did,
that
right?
UConn? Was that UConn that got demoted to FCS?
UConn was going to go FCS. I don't know if they ever did.
It's like Stephen Root in Office Space with the stapler. He just kept working there and nobody pays him.
I think that's what happened to UConn. I don't think they ever ended up going. UMass, I can't remember.
No, UMass is
D1?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but I
Either way,
thought they were.
They're 0-3. 43.5 is just too many fucking points. I don't know anything about UMass, to be honest with you. So, therefore, just my lack of knowledge of UMass, I can't give you a fucking honest read on this. There's too many other great games to bet on. It's all a fuck ton of points.
There's no reason to bet this game.
No. It's just too many points. And what does Missouri have to gain by beating them by 60?
No, I really hope they do not give Ahmad Hardy another 25 carries in this game. Let him get some numbers in the first quarter and a half.
Yeah, dude. You got a long season, man,
and
in the
then
SEC.
just fucking chill.
I agree, dude. To do what Georgia Tech did last week. Fucking chill, man. I get it. Last but not least, here you got BYU, who's ranked. They're 3-0 now, sneaking back into the top 25 against Colorado. This is BYU minus 6.5. Colorado's already 2-2 there. Who you got?
No, come on.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not betting this fringe shit. I learned my lesson last week. I'm not doing it.
BYU rolls.
This, by the way, has been a very strange season for Deion Sanders. I don't know if you guys have kept up with the interviews and all that stuff this week. He had his bladder taken out, along with the cancer and all that other shit, man.
What's going on with him?
I don't know. He's missing 3 toes already. He had his bladder taken out. He said in a presser yesterday that it was the most painful thing he's ever gone through in his entire life. And he beat cancer over the summer. So I don't know what's happening with him, but it's been very, very strange. I heard him talk about it yesterday, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does. Luckily, though, this slate of games this weekend does not suck, and this is all day long, friends. Holy shit. And then that Florida State game, very, very hard on Friday nights. I'm going very, very hard there. I will light my own tiki torch in my yard and enjoy that one. And, yeah, a lot of great games this weekend. A lot of great games to bet on. Appreciate you tuning in. Go to Spotify. Rate this show a 5-star. The video is all on there. We don't do this on Patreon. Everything else is on Patreon. We don't do this on there. So rate this a 5-star and leave a 5-star review, and then go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. iTunes is not doing video anytime soon, okay? So advertisers really give a shit. You know the rules. Just rate and review the show, all right? I love you, and I'm sorry for my Illinois pick last week, all right? I will atone for my sins this week. For D'Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Week 5 College Football Prediction Show. Good night, everyone.